Something is deeply wrong right now. I feel it, you feel it. Everybody seems to feel it, but nobody is standing up and saying anything. It's as if we've all just decided to go along with this complete madness that is so obvious all around us. People walking down the street with their head glued to their phone. People with AirPods in their ears so you can't even talk to them. People just ignoring each other, pretending we don't even speak to each other anymore. Everybody that I speak to either anxious or unable to sleep or having problems with diet or having problems with addiction. People waking up in the middle of the night to use their phone or to check their phone the minute that they wake up in the morning. And if they're not addicted to their phone, they're addicted to sugar, they're addicted to pornography. It seems everywhere you look, people are struggling so much, whether it's chronic loneliness or comfort eating, binge eating, or binging on screens, whatever it is, the world is in a very weird place right now. And it just seems to me like nobody is even addressing this. And I'm not prepared to just be swept along with it and pretend like it's normal to spend 8 hours a day on social media apps looking at funny videos or pictures of people with supposedly perfect bodies and thinking that that is good when it's leading young kids to suicide, when it's leading older people to suicide, when it's leaving everybody completely disconnected and numb and just completely divorced from themselves. It's a crazy situation and I can't take it any longer. So I had to speak up for my own sanity. And I hope that you watching this at home, that this is resonating with you. And I'm not trying to paint some bleed picture. I'm not trying to say that I'm a paragon of virtue and I don't check my phone and I don't have apps on my phone. But somebody has to say something. And as a group, we need to stand up together and we need to take small actions, I believe, to try and reverse this trend. Even in my own lifetime, I've seen people go from playing together as kids, riding bikes together, going out, messing around in the water together, unmediated by screens. And now these kids from the age of 1, 2 years old with an iPad sitting there on the airplane or at the restaurant table when their brain hasn't even had a chance to form. And these kids are just sitting there open mouthed, getting their tiny little minds completely scrambled before they've even had a chance to get going in life. And I'm not trying to be a Puritan, but come on, this situation with the screens, with all of this BS, with AI generated girlfriends and all this madness that we're seeing, if we don't stand up and put the brakes on some of this now, we're already hurtling towards a future which is going to be so far out of alignment with our natural evolution and our natural needs to have conversation, to connect, to have skin to skin contact, to have real heartfelt connection. We're going to get so far away from that this systemic level of depression and anxiety that we're seeing now is just going to become even more normalized. The way we're just given medication as if it's Tic Tacs. Everybody that you know or speak to has either had depression, is dealing with depression, has had a male friend or relative who's committed suicide. This is not normal. We're getting so far away from the source of where we've come from as people. So I hope this resonates with you. And when you're watching this, you might be thinking, what's this guy on about? What is he even thinking or proposing that we do? Well, let's just start with the smallest things that we can. Let's just stop giving Mark Zuckerberg and the social media companies our time and attention. Just get off the apps for a bit. Let's just try going outside without any stimulation. Stop stimulating ourselves. Let's just sit down in complete silence for 5 minutes a day and just feel what it's like in your body to actually experience your own emotions and experience your own feelings and stop distracting ourselves and numbing ourselves with constant stimulation and constant grind and constant hustle and constant goals. So after watching this video, just take one of those little steps. Just try to reconnect to what we've lost. We've lost presence. We've lost stillness. We've lost calm. We've lost community. We've lost connection. All of those structures that we used to have in our societies have disintegrated and been taken away. And what they've been replaced with is these virtual marketplaces, these virtual forums, these virtual meeting spaces. But it's not honest, authentic connection. It's warped, it's mediated, it's not something that we can trust. So let's try to connect a little bit back to our roots and just take some time for a bit of stillness, a bit of quiet, a bit of connection. Just phone someone up instead of messaging them on WhatsApp. Arrange to meet them face to face, because the kind of anxiety and social anxiety and overthinking and addiction that I deal with my clients is no longer a specialized pathology that is particular to a small group of people. It's becoming the norm. Anxiety is becoming the norm. People are choosing to avoid social connection as the norm. It's much easier to just use the screen. Why go and speak to someone in the supermarket? I could just use the automated checkout. Why would I talk to someone when I order my food in a restaurant? I can just do it on the screen. Why would I talk to my friend? I can just message them. That's becoming the norm. And if there wasn't a price to it, I wouldn't be standing here pouring my heart out to you in this video. The statistics are clear. Anxiety, depression, loneliness, all of these things are astronomically on the increase. And surely this is linked to the way that we're living now and how social media is having such a huge impact and such a role in our lives. So if everything was trending upwards and people were getting thinner and happier, more connected, less depressed, less anxious, I would be celebrating social media. I would be celebrating all of the coffee, all of the sugar, all of the pornography. Yeah, more of it. Let's do all of that stuff. Great. If it was the case, but it isn't, is it? Because we're evolved as social primates, and the bodies that we're in, the brains that we have, these have taken millions of years to evolve. And now we're in this evolutionary mismatch where this moment in time that we're in, this warped, strange modern society that we find ourselves in, has only been around for a nanosecond on the overall time horizon. So I'm not trying to say we should all go and live in caves. I'm not trying to say you need to become a total primitivist. But like I say, just one little step towards something more healthy, just some more connection, a bit of quiet, a bit of time without stimulation.